Life is full of harsh realities, lessons that shape us, often in the most difficult ways. At some point, you've likely been let down, misled, or left struggling to navigate the world's relentless pace. Stoicism teaches us to control what we can and accept what we cannot, facing these truths with strength. The quicker we embrace these 10 harsh lessons, the sooner we can move beyond them, growing stronger and more resilient. By internalizing these lessons, we learn to navigate life's turbulence with a firm grasp on reality, not the fantasy of how things should be. Let's begin. So our first lesson is, time waits for no one. Imagine standing still, hoping that time will pause for you to catch up. But no matter how hard you try, time ticks away, slipping through your fingers. People around you change, their priorities shifting, leaving you behind. You wish they'd stop and adjust to your expectations. But here's the brutal truth. Time doesn't wait, and neither do people. If you expect others to remain as you want them to, you're fighting a losing battle. It's like trying to calm a storm with a wish. The storm will rage on regardless. Accept that people act according to their needs, not yours. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control ourselves. If you adjust your expectations, navigating life's turbulent waters becomes less about frustration and more about learning to adapt. In the end, you'll find freedom in this acceptance. People may change, but your response can stay grounded, allowing you to move forward with purpose, unburdened by what you cannot control. Second, suffering is inevitable, but you choose how to handle it. Life is filled with hardship. There's no denying that. Every day feels like a new challenge, whether it's work, relationships, or the unexpected twists life throws at you. But here's the crucial point. While suffering is unavoidable, how you handle it is entirely up to you. Think of life as a constant battle with an unwelcome guest, suffering. You can't escape it, but you can decide how to react. The Stoics believe that the key to overcoming suffering is in your response. Instead of viewing hardship as a punishment, treat it as an opportunity for growth. If someone disappoints you, don't take it personally. Reflect on what you can learn from the experience. Each trial is like an emotional workout. Painful, yes, but necessary for strength. Life will throw curveballs, but with the right mindset, you can turn those struggles into fuel for improvement. The choice isn't whether you will face suffering. It's whether you'll rise stronger because of it. Third, not everyone will like you. At some point, you've probably imagined yourself as someone everyone loves, a person who's admired, respected, and embraced by all. But here's the brutal truth. Not everyone will like you, and that's okay. Picture yourself at a party. Everyone seems interested in you, but someone in the corner criticizes you. You could hide, but why? Stoicism teaches that others' opinions are outside your control. Trying to win everyone's favor is like chasing the wind. People's approval is fleeting, and seeking it endlessly will only drain you. Instead, focus on those who value your true self. Like a brand that doesn't try to sell to everyone, surround yourself with those who genuinely appreciate your presence. Acceptance of this reality brings liberation. The weight of needing universal approval disappears, leaving you free to live authentically, flaws and all. It's not your job to fit everyone's expectations. It's your job to be true to yourself. Let others adjust or not. Fourth, expectations lead to disappointment. You've been here before, planning, hoping, expecting people to meet your standards, only to be let down when they don't. It's as if you're setting yourself up for disappointment every time you expect others to follow your script. The problem isn't with them, it's with your expectations. We often assume that people should act according to our needs, but reality doesn't work that way. The Stoics remind us that suffering comes not from the events themselves, but from our unrealistic expectations of them. Adjust your mindset. Instead of expecting everything to go your way, embrace the chaos. Life is unpredictable, and people won't always behave as you'd like. When plans fall apart, laugh at the absurdity instead of getting frustrated. It's easier to flow with life's unpredictability than to fight against it. Lowering your expectations doesn't mean losing hope. It means freeing yourself from unnecessary suffering. When you stop expecting perfection, you start enjoying the imperfect reality that life offers. Fifth, comfort is the enemy of progress. Imagine sitting on your couch, remote in hand, thinking you can conquer the world without moving. Comfort feels good, but it's a trap. A giant teddy bear keeping you from facing the harshness of real life. The reality is, progress demands discomfort. If you're always in your comfort zone, you'll never grow. Stoicism teaches that to achieve anything meaningful, you must embrace the pain that comes with stepping outside your comfort zone. Whether it's pushing through a difficult workout or facing a challenging conversation, discomfort signals growth. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, not those who make you feel comfortable. Set small, uncomfortable goals. Run a little farther, work a little harder, and be okay with failing along the way. Progress isn't about feeling safe. It's about enduring discomfort and using it to propel you forward. Staying in your comfort zone might feel good for now, but it will leave you stagnant. Growth requires stepping into the unknown. Sixth, the world owes you nothing. At some point, you've probably felt like life was unfair, as if the world owed you something. Maybe it's when you're stuck in traffic, or when someone cuts in line and frustration builds. But here's the harsh truth. The world owes you nothing. Stoicism teaches us that expecting life to cater to our desires is a recipe for disappointment. Instead of waiting for things to go your way, take action. Imagine you're in line for concert tickets and someone cuts ahead. You could waste energy fuming, or you could focus on finding another way forward. Life is full of these moments. Complaining about them won't change anything. The Stoic approach is to focus on what you can control, your reaction. Don't expect the world to hand you anything. Earn it. The world isn't a gift shop, and success isn't free. If you want something, work for it. Stop waiting for life to do you favors and start building the life you want. Seventh, honesty isn't always the best policy. Everyone loves honesty until they're hit with a blunt truth. It's easy to think that being honest, no matter how harsh, is always the best approach. But reality is more complicated. Sometimes, the truth needs a little tact. Think about it. Have you ever told someone a hard truth, only to watch their confidence crumble? Stoicism teaches that while honesty is important, how you deliver it matters just as much. Instead of throwing the truth at someone like a hammer, present it with empathy. Honesty without compassion can destroy relationships. Imagine you're giving feedback to a colleague. Instead of saying, "Your presentation was awful, try. Here's how you can improve." The truth is still there, but delivered in a way that builds rather than breaks. Stoicism encourages us to think before we speak, ensuring our honesty doesn't do unnecessary damage. Next time you're tempted to be brutally honest, pause, consider whether your words help or harm, and deliver the truth with grace. Eighth, failure is the path to success. Failure is often seen as the end, a sign that you're not good enough, that success is out of reach. But the Stoics saw failure differently. Picture yourself playing a game of chess, only to lose because you made a wrong move. You could view this loss as the end, or as a lesson for your next game. The truth is, failure isn't a final defeat. It's a step on the path to growth. Stoicism teaches us that every failure contains the seeds of wisdom if we're willing to learn from it. Imagine someone giving up after their first failed business venture. They'd never know the potential successes waiting ahead. When you face failure, ask yourself not, "Why me?" but, "What can I learn?" Treat each misstep as a guide, not a punishment. The path to success is paved with moments of failure, but each one moves you closer to mastery. Embrace failure, because it's not the enemy. It's the opportunity for progress. Ninth, your dreams may not align with your life. We've all been there, cherishing dreams that seem so far from our current reality. It's like craving a gourmet meal while staring at a plate of plain vegetables. Your dreams feel like something you can almost touch, but reality pulls you back. The Stoics understood this frustrating truth. Sometimes, our dreams won't align with the life we're living, and that's okay. Life has a way of derailing even the best laid plans, but that doesn't mean you should give up. Instead, focus on the small steps you can take. Perhaps you want to climb a mountain, but right now, you're stuck in the valley. Start by tackling the nearest hill. Stoicism teaches us to adjust our expectations without abandoning our goals. Accept that life is unpredictable, but stay committed to growth. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your dreams. The trick is to find contentment in the journey, even if it doesn't look exactly how you imagined. 10th, stop comparing yourself to others. It's human nature to compare, to look at others and wonder why their lives seem more successful, more fulfilled than yours. But this comparison game is a losing battle. Picture yourself running a race where everyone wears different shoes, some sprinting ahead, others lagging behind. The truth is, everyone's journey is different, and comparing your path to someone else's only leads to frustration. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control ourselves. Instead of wasting time envying others, focus on your own progress. Your worth isn't defined by how you measure up to others, but by how far you've come on your journey. If you spend your life looking at others' achievements, you'll miss the value of your own. Limit distractions like social media, where only the highlights of others' lives are on display. Celebrate your own victories, no matter how small. True freedom comes from embracing your unique path, not competing in someone else's race. As the Stoics remind us, the only person you should strive to surpass is yourself. Life is unforgiving, and the truths we've explored won't shield you from its storms, but they will arm you with the mindset to endure. Embracing discomfort, failure, and the reality that the world owes you nothing is the key to breaking free from illusions. Strength lies not in avoiding hardship, but in facing it head-on, with the clarity to grow through each challenge. Now, if you're ready to dive deeper into building resilience and shaping your destiny, check out the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore more of our content, each one pushing you closer to the person you're destined to become.